Best of r/ChoosingBeggars episode 37. Removed by Reddit in response to a copyright notice. Thank you. Next. I have a friend who is basically disabled while her mom is on full disability, so they got issues with paying off bills and getting food. At my job I get paid a stipend for food and other expenses. I usually pocket $200 out of the rest, and so I decided I will donate to her to help her out. First time I donated I used an envelope that can be tracked because it was all the post office had at the time. I sent her some more cash later on to help her out and get her out of the red, just being a good friend. However, the third time I sent cash I was in a remote area of the United States and the post office had paper envelopes. I went and sent her the money and my job had bumped up my stipend, so I was able to give her $400. I got a message back later and this is what they said. Hi Ricky. Can you please use the nicer envelope? When I got the envelope from the post office it was wrinkled and looked really ugly, and I would like to have a nicer one next time. I was kind of shocked that out of my heart I was trying to give to her and instead she wanted me to send money using super expensive envelopes. I told her that I was in this remote area and they don't have the type that she liked. She got really mad and told me that next time she demands I use the nice envelopes. She then tripped up more later when I found out that she spent portions on the bills and instead spent the rest on cannabis products. She then got angry when at my next job site they couldn't get me my stipend because the company was taking time cutting a check. She sent me a message after message after message asking when I'm going to send her money so that she can get cannabis. I tried to help her budget by suggesting cutting off stuff such as TV, which I found out she leaves running 24/7. I also tried to get her to get away from excess cannabis use. But she said that I don't understand and the cannabis is the only thing she can take that helps the pain. She then demanded that I should give more to her so that she can afford both groceries and weed. I had enough at this point and just cut her off after trying to help her out with as much stuff as I can. I still offered to help them winterize their house when I was home. This would have saved them lots of money on their bills and I was going to do it for free because I have a big heart like that. Instead she told me that I can afford to buy her cannabis since I make so much money and that it's unfair. Then she tried to do something even scummy. She sent me a message one day saying that she had people hit on her and offered to take them up on dating and asked how I felt. Her goal was simply to get me to keep her around, but it flew back in her face when I said great, I hope you guys have fun. To sum things up, I tried to help a family in need and instead got stabbed in the back despite the fact that the stuff was going to save them hundreds of dollars, so they can afford a bit more of a modest life. Thank you. Next. Was from years ago. The only IT person in the company worked diligently to create high quality products and provided excellent services. Management began taking advantage of his complacency and demanded that he work overtime without pay. He was mistreated by the angry new woman and said he wouldn't work outside his normal work hours without pay. Management threatened to fire him. Thankfully I stepped in and helped the fellow, and demanded pay for the guy. I told management to hire contractors to do the extra work. It cost management about 6 times what the salary of the IT guy was since they refused to pay him overtime. Thank you. Next. Removed by Reddit in response to a copyright notice. Thank you. Next. Removed by Reddit in response to a copyright notice. Thank you. Next. Removed by Reddit in response to a copyright notice. Thank you. Next. Removed by Reddit in response to a copyright notice.